Hey everyone, in this video here I just want to talk about IFT, which stands for if this then that. Now I just want to go through the process of creating a recipe. I already have one here that I created, but I'm going to go through and just create another one really quick here. Now, first of all, you can activate the channels that you want to work with, and in the article I already talked about what the channels are. Essentially, in your recipe you can say, if a certain event happens in one of these channels, then trigger another event in a different channel. So a common example would be if I post a new post to my WordPress blog, and this would be self-hosted or hosted WordPress. If I post a new post to my WordPress blog, automatically submit that post to my Facebook page, for example. So I already activated Facebook pages. What it does is goes through the process and make sure it can authenticate in Facebook, and also my WordPress blog is authenticated. That's why it's highlighted here. The rest that are grayed out I haven't activated yet because I haven't set up any recipes for those. So to create a new recipe, I'll just go through the same process I did before for the other one. We'll go to My Recipes, click Create, click on the This link. Now we just pick a channel that we want for the trigger. So if something happens on this particular channel, do something on another one. So we're picking the first channel here. So let's say WordPress. Now I have an option of if I post something new within a particular category or with a specific tag, I can click this one, or if I want to choose the trigger for any new post. So I click on this one. Anytime a new post, I'll create that trigger. There's no fields to complete, and what that means, if I had chose the the other option, I would have to choose a category or tag. But with this one, there's no fields because there's no extra information that's needed. So now I click create that trigger. Now, I already set up a blog with this, a WordPress blog. So in the free version, it appears as you can only add one blog, only one WordPress blog. And I already activated my raw food WordPress blog. So that's the one it's going to work with. And my guess is the same about Facebook pages, that you can only work with one particular Facebook page in one account. So it might be the premium version where you're allowed multiple Facebook pages, multiple WordPress blogs, etc. But in this case, we're only allowed to work with one. So I'll say every time I create a new post on there, let's add it to my personal Facebook. That's not ideal. I mean, I would usually create a page for that, but in this case, I'm just gonna send it to my personal Facebook. Actually, you know what? I'll just I'll just go to Facebook pages, and normally, like if this is your first time through, you actually would have to activate the Facebook page. Activate this channel and give IFT permission to access your Facebook account. So you're going to go through a little process there. You have to log in your Facebook account, grant it permissions. There's 3 steps worth of permissions that you're going to be granting for Facebook pages. Now what I wanted to do is we'll create a link post. So the way this works is anytime someone creates, every time I create a new post on my WordPress blog, it's going to create a link post on my Facebook page. Now I already activated the Facebook page. I already specified what Facebook page that was. You go through that process when it's your first time through. Now at this stage you can specify which ingredients you want to include. So post URL is actually an ingredient of the WordPress channel. So I can click on plus here, and I can see that WordPress has some other different ingredients that I can use. Of course, post URL is relevant to include as the link URL for the link post on Facebook. Now I can include a message here. I could type whatever I want, or I can include something for a variable, like one of the other ingredients. So I might include the post title there. So then I click on create action. So it's gonna, anytime something gets posted to my WordPress, my raw food WordPress blog, it's gonna automatically create a link post on my raw food health page on Facebook. So that's what this recipe does. And then I just give it a description here. I can add some hashtags. Whatever, like if I want to share this this recipe with others, then it'll make it so that it's more easily searched if I include some tags in there. But I'll just basically create a description here. Okay, and I'll click create recipe. This is wording that I can just use for myself, or it could be used publicly if I decide to share it in the next step. And that's it. So here I can share the recipe with others if I wanted to. So it's a duplicate recipe that I created before. I just wanted to go through the process here again. At any rate, check it out. It's at IFTTT.com, and set up an account. It only takes a couple seconds, and then you can browse through existing recipes, activate some channels, and then create your own recipe. Alright, thanks for watching.